this is Karen and welcome to Tried and Tested. In today's video, I'm going to take you through all the products that I have emptied out over these last few months. But before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you find my content helpful, and also do activate the notification bell right beside the subscribe button so that every time I post a new video, you get notified. Alright, so one thing I noticed is that I think I end up doing these empties videos once in 4 months or once in 5 months, and every time I finish filming this video I feel a sense of relief because I get to throw away all these products that have just been lying around and collecting dust. One way I do like doing empties videos because I feel like I formed a much better opinion after using the product completely. So let's see what all I have in my tub for this month. I'll be sharing the links to all these items down in the description below in case you want to go check them out. So the first product that I have emptied it's called the Blackcurrant and Bearberry Radiant Glow Body Wash. Now this is priced at $1.99 and you get around 250 ml of the product. So I remember when I was in school, I used to see so many Fiyama ads on TV, and then it just disappeared, and till date I don't know what happened. I don't know if the products got discontinued or something. But recently when I wanted to buy shower gels, I came across so many Fiyama soaps and shower gels that I decided to give one a shot, and I thought the scent was going to be like a nice sweet fruity one. Also, what caught my attention, even though it has nothing to do with the performance, was the color of the shower gel. It was such a beautiful purple color, and that was another factor that actually made me buy the shower gel. It doesn't smell anything like blackcurrant. As a matter of fact, it strangely reminds me of a shaving cream, which isn't a bad scent, but it's not what I expected. It is a prominent scent, but it's not like a blast of fragrance. It does linger in the bathroom for much longer than it lingers on your skin. On my skin, at least, it lasts for around half an hour. It's not a very hydrating shower gel, but at the same time it doesn't dry out my skin or strip my skin of any moisture, so it's somewhere in between. I'm not sure if I would go back to picking up on this particular face wash from Fiyama again, but I surely would want to try the others. So another body wash that I emptied out is by Pears. It's the Pure and Gentle body wash. Again, you get 250 ml of the product and it's priced at $135. So the main reason why I bought this is because I wanted something to make me feel nostalgic. I used to use a lot of Pears soap as a kid, and also the shower gel is pretty inexpensive. So after using this completely, it's unfortunate to say that I wouldn't go back to buying this because it's not exactly like how the Pears soap smells. To many, I'm sure you may not find the difference. Like even right now when I smell it right out of the bottle, it does smell like the Pears soap, but I do notice a slight change in the fragrance. Whenever I used it, I did use like a huge amount of it, but the scent wouldn't fill up the bathroom as strongly as the soap. Apart from the fragrance, it does do a pretty decent job of cleansing. Again, it was not a body wash that would strip my skin of any moisture or make me feel dry, but the levels of hydration in most of these body washes that I have spoken about previously or that I'm talking about today does not reach the level of the shower gels by Bath and Body Works. Like I did see a major difference when I use those and when I use these. I'm not saying that these are bad, but I'm just saying that those are a little more hydrating. Then I went through another bath product, and this is the Sugar Body Scrub from the brand called Brian and Candy. So this is priced at $350 and you get 100 grams of the product. This scrub did last me for a really long time, and that's only because of my sheer laziness. I would find it a task to even exfoliate once a week, sometimes once a month. But keeping that aside, I would pick this product up again, not very soon because I have a lot of scrubs to go through, but I will pick it up again sometime in the future. It does actually have sugar granules mixed with something else, and the claims here says it exfoliates, hydrates and rejuvenates, and I have to agree with what the product claims. So yeah, this product turned out quite well for me. So I also went through the Neem and Clove face wash by Lotus Herbals. Now this is priced at $140 and you get around 80 grams of the product. It says to have active neem slices, and it also says to control pimples and acne. I don't agree with the active neem slices, and I can't quite comment on the whole controlling acne because I did not get any acne during this time. But then again, my skin is not acne prone. I only get acne when it's nearing that time of the month. I'm not going to pick this one up again because it's not bad, but it's a forgettable face wash and I've used better. The next empty in here is a shampoo. It's by Sunsilk. It's called the Coconut Water and Aloe Vera Shampoo. It's for full and bouncy hair. So this is priced at rupees 99 and you get 195 ml of the product. Again, as a child, I used a lot of Sunsilk shampoos. And I think back then Pantene, Sunsilk and Head and Shoulders were some of the popular shampoo brands in the market. Suddenly I came across this new Sunsilk shampoo and I decided to give it a shot. I wouldn't end up buying the shampoo again because it really didn't do the job for me. As a matter of fact, because it left my hair feeling limp. My scalp also felt a little itchy during that time and I noticed hair fall a little more than usual. So definitely steer clear of the shampoo. Okay, the next is the Ginger Body Yogurt by The Body Shop. I'm not sure of the price of this one. I'll put it up somewhere on the screen, but this is a 200 ml product. I do love the consistency of the body yogurts by The Body Shop. I have used it in the past, which is why I picked it up again. The fragrance is quite unique and it does smell like ginger. I don't know if it's going to be everybody's cup of tea, but I really like the fragrance and I will be repurchasing this again. Another product from The Body Shop is the Vanilla and Pumpkin Shower Gel. Now this is priced at $5.95 and you get 250 ml of the product. So when I say blast of fragrance, when I was talking about another shower gel previously, this is what I mean. To me, it smells like warm condensed milk. It is a very yummy scent. The first few days when I used this, I was extremely in love with the fragrance. With time, it just gets too much. It gets a little overbearing. I do generally love shower gels from the body wash. I wouldn't pick this one up again only because I think it became way too sweet for me. One observation that I made is that this is a hydrating shower gel. It's in line with the Bath & Body Works one, so I just thought I should mention that too. So the last empty in here is this Skin Toner by Ridgefield. This is priced at $160 and you get 100 ml of the product. It was such a bad toner. This one and the BioTE Cucumber Toner are very similar to each other. I tend to not have a problem with fragrances in skincare products. I'm aware that it's not good, but with this toner it just crossed the line and it went way beyond. It's a very strong pungent fragrance. I had to hold my breath every time I would use this toner and I wouldn't spray directly on my skin because the spray is very aggressive. So I would spray it on a cotton pad and then apply it on my skin and I still couldn't stand the fragrance. It's that strong. I don't know why Ridgefield would come out with a skincare product with such heavy fragrance concentrations. Alright, with that we have come to the end of this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to share this video across with your friends and family. Please stay safe wherever you are and I will see you all in my next video.